Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. So listen you guys, I just watched the episode of Unfollowed, the first episode, and usually I'm excited when I watch these episodes and I come out here and I tell you please rush to Showmax and watch the episode. It's exciting, they reveal this and this and that. Ooh, I don't feel like that about this episode, and let me tell you why. I feel like you should only watch it if you have high tolerance for BS. Like if you are able to listen to BS a whole hour and some minutes, then you go and watch, because it is BS. It's all of the BS that we have ever heard from Pete and Melanie Veljoen. It's the same one. They just add on to the BS that we have already heard from them. I wanted to cry because I was like, why did I decide I was going to watch this episode? Because now I have to watch it to the end so that I have like a full perspective of what happened on the episode. But I couldn't take it. My ears were itching. Too much liation. There was liation and then there's another liation. It was too much for me. Okay, so if you have high tolerance for BS, maybe go watch the episode. Let me tell you some of the issues I had with this episode. Number one, you guys, go and watch season 1. Okay, not like watch it in detail, just go on your Showmax, open season 1. You know how they have the episodes all lined up? Go and watch all of the episodes and then tell me what is the difference between all of the guests that are lined up in season 1 and the guests that we had in this episode, which was Melanie Veljoen. Melanie Veljoen is a real housewife from the franchise, is it Cape Town or Pretoria? And she also did the girls trip. Okay, I actually liked her on girls trip, even though I don't really agree with her business dealings, because I feel like there's enough number of people that have complained about her. Where there is smoke, there's definitely fire. Anyway, you guys, so now they're interviewing her because she is the owner of the brand Tammy Taylor. Okay, she's the one that will sell you the franchise. Okay, so some people have bought franchises from her and the dealings wouldn't go okay. Happy Melanie is one of those people. She has even sued them and she has papers to prove that she won, but allegedly she never received the money. Okay, so what I didn't like about this episode was that it had elements of privilege. Okay, because we have watched and followed for the whole of season 1. There wasn't a single guest that was able to bring another person to come and support their BS on the show. If you were going to lie to us on Unfollow, you get to lie to us alone. You sit in that couch alone and lie to us, and we listen to the lie and we choose whether to believe the lie or not. Okay, but Melanie is the first one to actually get the privilege of bringing her husband to the show. Okay, I don't understand it. I don't understand what Showmax is trying to do. If they were trying to bring Melanie and Melanie was like, I can't do the show without my husband, don't we have enough stars in South Africa that could do this show? Did we really need to hear the BS from Melanie and her husband once more? Because we have heard it so many times. Did we really need to hear them so much that they would even allow her to bring her husband on the show? I was like, what the hell is going on with Showmax? Why the hell did they allow that woman? Okay, why did they give that privilege to her? Are they going to do that with every guest that is going to come to the show? Because then I hope that's what they're going to do. Okay, because even last season, I'm sure Fat Joe would have loved to have his wife there on the show defending him. I'm sure Jub Jub would have loved to bring one of his girlfriends there. I'm sure Lady Zama would have loved to have somebody with her on the show. But everybody did the show all by themselves. But there is something that's different between the guests that we had last season and the guests that we had in this episode. And if you don't recognize the privilege that was given in this episode, I don't know what to say to you. Okay, I do not know what to say to you. Okay, another thing that was problematic with this episode is that it wasn't a Happy Melanie situation, because Happy Melanie has her own controversies. She is actually a good candidate for this show, but the Tammy Taylor story is a Melanie Veljoen story, but at some point it is made to be about Happy Melanie. I feel like the presenter intentionally made Melanie to mention Happy Melanie because they wanted this episode to trend over and above just a whole lot of bull that we were listening to. They also wanted it to trend because there was a mention of Happy Melanie. And she was mentioned far too many times for me to feel like, okay, is it Melanie that we're talking about here, or is it Happy Melanie? And this woman, you guys, is sat there and called Happy Melanie a slay queen. And the presenter allowed it. Okay? I think even himself at some point was calling Happy Melanie a slay queen. Because I'm like, why would you not say that? But a slave queen is not somebody that runs her own businesses, makes her own money, takes care of her home. Slave queens are the ones that are waiting for their hair, for their nails, for their outfits, for their apartments to be paid for, and all they're concerned about is being cute. Listen, Happy Melanie is always concerned about being cute, but let me tell you something. Happy Melanie is making her own money, okay? So I don't feel like she qualifies to be called a slave queen. But this black man out here sat there on the chair and allow it to happen. Not only did he allow Melanie to call Happy Melanie a slave queen, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, at some point, he himself even referred to Happy Melanie as a slave queen. Because guys, when these black men get an opportunity to defend us or correct certain things, certain narratives about black women, they don't take the opportunity. They always pass on it, okay? Yes, they never, ever, ever, okay? There was another issue that I had with this episode. Happy Melanie situation, I don't understand why she was involved so much, okay? Now, Happy Melanie must have watched the episode because she got all upset. That is how I got to know, actually, that there is a new season of Unfollowed. It's through Happy Melanie because she was upset on Instagram, even went on to post some of the recordings between her and Melanie to prove that Vele, they did have a business dealing that went bad. In fact, she had sued them and they never paid her money even after she won, okay? That is how I knew. That's how you also know that it was intentional for them to mention Happy Melanie, because they knew this episode was going to upset her. And if it upset her, she was going to talk about it. And if she talks about it, people like me were going to hear her talk about it or see the post, and they were going to go to Unfollow to actually watch the episode. By the way, okay, watch the episode. Go and watch the episode. But the BS is just a little bit too much, okay? So you guys, they are still telling the same story of how all of these women that buy the franchises, number one, they're saying the women don't pay that money from their own pockets. It's usually politicians that sponsor these women. And I've watched that mini documentary that was done about this whole thing. And it would usually be business women that are trying to get into a different kind of business, buying into this franchise. Sometimes it's a woman that has decided to quit the corporate world and take the money and invest it in this franchise. So it's not just women that are sitting at home twinkling their thumbs like, I don't know what to do, and then a politician is like, let me rescue you, here is money, go buy Tammy Taylor. But they want to create that narrative because you know what, maybe let me not say that, because maybe you guys are not ready to hear what I would really think about this couple, okay? So they are saying, but now Happy did receive the franchise, she did receive the store, and she ran it to the ground, okay? Happy Melanie ran the salon to the ground. Now she wants her money back, but everything that she's saying is a lie. And why did she wait for her husband to die for her to actually... They even talk about this lady's dead husband, honey. If I tell you that Showmax is messy, did I say that Showmax is shady? Did I say that? I didn't like this episode, you guys. Now, I guess it's becoming a thing, you guys, in South Africa, that when you are accused of something very serious, whether it's crime or misbehaving of some sort, you are given a platform to actually explain yourself, because that's how it feels like here, okay? And they do this thing where the presenter asks them question and they give more information after information after information, hoping to confuse you, and then you can move on to the other subjects. But I think most people are able to see that these people are BSing us the whole time that they're sitting there here trying to explain this situation. They do ask about the Tammy Taylor lady that had posted on Instagram about them stealing her identity, stealing her brand, and all of that. And they do explain that whole thing. And I guess they tell the same story. You know, when you've been telling the same story, liation, for long enough, you start like telling it like it's rehearsed. Okay? Anyway, you guys, I had so many issues with this episode that even if the story that they were telling was a convincing story, which it was not, I still wouldn't enjoy the episode because there are elements of it that are very problematic for our TV. I really felt like that. So now, Showmax, I expect that every guest that is going to follow after Melanie Veljoen is going to be given an opportunity to bring somebody to the show to help them defend their BS. Okay? That is what I'm hoping for. If that is not done, then you're going to have to explain to us why you gave this privilege to this woman. Okay? If you've recorded the episodes already, I don't know what you're gonna do, but we need to see it. Otherwise, it looks very bad. It looks very bad for Showmax that you allow this one woman to bring her husband to defend her when you have had guests that have needed to be defended and nobody was given an opportunity to bring somebody. So what's different about her? In fact, this episode was used to trash a woman that is a legit businesswoman, and it was okay. The person that was supposed to be in the hot seat here was Melanie Veljoen, but the person that ended up being trashed was Uhepis Melanie, black businesswoman. We called the slay queen and everything. Okay, so that episode ended up being an episode that made people probably question, like Happy Melanie as a businesswoman, when we were supposed to question the person that was on the hot seat. That was not the right thing to do. I don't like it, you know. And the next episodes I'll be watching like. So you guys, after Happy Melanie had seen the show, she went on Instagram and I think she did a live and also posted these recordings where she was trying to prove to people, because Melanie is trying to say that, you know, they don't owe her anything, and they're trying to deny that she sued them and won the case. So listen to these recordings that she had posted on her Instagram to try and prove to people that Melanie has actually admitted herself that she owes Happy Melanie, and the recordings prove it, because she's acting like Happy Melanie is just some slay queen that knew nothing about business. Okay, anyway, you guys, I don't know who's next on Unfollow. Okay, but whoever that person is, I hope they're bringing their wife or their husband. Okay, anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before we're gonna share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nilitanda.